Rohen has been now in the hospital longer than half of his life. He came into the hospital when he was 10 months to have his surgery, and now he's almost 2. So this will be his 2nd birthday in the hospital, and he has no idea, you know. He wakes up and he just wakes up every day and he's so happy. Which is good for us because, you know, he has no idea, and that's his life. He doesn't know any different. Like his heart is on the outside of his body and he's like rocking life, like no big deal.
We have 2 kids, Rylan and Rohen. I think my wife was probably 20 weeks pregnant when the OB doctor noticed something wasn't quite right.
He was supposed to have a series of 3 surgeries. However, he was able to skip the first one. Eventually, we had to come up around 10 months to do his 2nd surgery, and he didn't do well with that.
Later on that evening is when they said that his heart was still not wanting to basically cooperate, so he came back on his life support. When we found out that he would more than likely need a heart transplant, it just kind of hit you like a ton of bricks, really. You know, when we asked how long does it take to get a heart transplant, we were told, you know, the quickest they've seen was 24 hours and the longest they've seen was 7 years.
We were told before his surgery that he was doing so well, you know? He was doing so well that he got to skip his first surgery. So in our eyes, we had these great expectations of how life would be. I remember telling everybody, I said, I'm not going home without my son. The worst day of my life, definitely.
It's frustrating at times, just waiting, not knowing if or when you're ever going to get that call. Or I always thought, you know, this is not fair.
We're no different than anybody else. You know, we were just handed a very different hand of cards, and we're just dealing with them.
I'm probably one of many people who really didn't know what Ronald McDonald House was or did until we were presented with this situation.
The Ronald McDonald House to us right now is everything. It's the small things that you don't think about, you know? Going and being able to do laundry and having a place to sleep.
Ronald McDonald House is nothing short of amazing. I mean, there's no words. They saved our life pretty much.
Where would we be if it wasn't for them? We wouldn't be able to go get a hotel for, you know, $100 a night for a year. We guesstimated around $200,000 that we would have put out in less than 10 months. Rylan loves the, in her words, Ronnie Donnie house. I remember that we pulled into the parking lot after being home in Joplin, and she says, Mommy, we're home. And so that to me, for her to feel just a sense of home and a sense of security, that speaks volumes for a 3-year-old to say that, you know? Goodness, I've said from the beginning, you know, this is the place you want to spend your money. You won't wonder where your money is. You see it. You see it in all the families, and you see it in the houses and everything that they provide for us.
When you donate your money to them, they extend it out to all the families that they help. It's definitely a big reason why I would tell any and everybody to donate to the Ronald McDonald House.
You come in and everybody's so happy to see you, and I think that most people would refer to it as their second home, but I genuinely would refer to it as my first home right now. I think that the entire experience has definitely been life-changing for us. We were here last night just snuggling for a little while, and then we got here about, like 4:45, 5 o'clock this morning. And we just, actually when we were coming back, we just walked in back.
Oh, where are you going, Bubba? Where are you going?
he's asleep now. They gave him some medication to go to sleep, and then they place all the lines.
It was an odd feeling after she called me yesterday. I cried like a little baby. I just felt like I could actually breathe.
It's weird. We've been in this exact room, we've been in this exact situation, and we've had such a terrible outcome in the past, so like I just fear that, you know? What do you think he's gonna look like?
That
when
was
he
his
comes
first
out?
experience with He's never
I
had
don't
it.
know.
You don't know.
Maybe happy.
I think he's gonna look happy too. Hello.
Camera off? Camera on?
No, we'll do camera off.
Heart's in, it's squeezing, it is strong and beautiful.
So is he still weaning off of bypass?
No, he is off.
Are you kidding?
And he looks great. He looks great.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited.
Very, very good.
Our little Rohen. I can't believe he's off of bypass. But we were just talking like how finicky that kid is, and like we're just waiting for the other shoe to drop because that's Rohen. Like shoes just drop when we talk about Rohen.